Bunch of grandmas baking bread on stage.
This is lit! Go on, grandmas! Go on! What's going on, guys? It is JJ here, back with a new video today. Once again, today we're going to take a look at Eurovision. Now, I don't know anything about Eurovision. I know it's a competition of some sort, but I don't understand realistically any of it, whether it's song or whether it's like Americans Got Talent, where it's like they can do any trick they want, and essentially it's like the best trick or the best, thing continues on, or if it's just purely music. But I know it's represented by Europe. All the countries, I don't know, send their best and most talented, something like that, to Eurovision. But we're gonna figure it out, okay? Because I want to figure out what is Eurovision. So you guys gotta let me know your thoughts. Let me know what Eurovision videos, if any, you want to see. If there are like copyright stuff introduced with it, then I'm gonna cut it. But other than that, I'm actually really excited to figure it out. To try and get out of the bubble that is American entertainment. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments below, and let's get into the video. As well, guys, you can find the original video just down in the description below.
Hey everybody, so the next few scripts are almost done being written. We're gonna film this week, so that means this is round 2 of filler week. I asked you guys on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram what are some topics you would like me to cover on filler week. The last one was the World Cup, and this time it's gonna be, by popular demand, Eurovision.
So it is just a song contest.
Because I'm straightening my teeth with aligners. Like that. This is what I'm using. I remember the first time I was introduced to Eurovision was in 2014 when I visited Denmark, and back then they were actually hosting Eurovision. I had no idea what it was, and then when I saw it, I was like, wow, this is a big deal out here. So today we answer the question, what is Eurovision?
Thank God. Answer the question for me, King.
Me, an American. Logic! Now, if you really want to know what Europeans think of each other, don't watch the news or read an article on history. Just watch Eurovision. Speaking of alliances, though, before we get into this video is a sponsor.
Okay, and that's where we will skip. We're gonna skip the sponsored video part. Eurovision 152. Bam. Okay, so we're gonna skip the sponsor part just because.
Started the whole thing. Second of all, in the shortest way I can summarize it, it's like the longest running, most watched singing competition in the world. The final sometimes lasting up to 4 hours. It involves mostly all of the countries in Europe and a few that aren't even in it as well.
Like Morocco?
Literally every country in Europe except for Liechtenstein and, no surprise, Vatican City has competed at least once in the competition. Can you imagine a Vatican priest competing in the competition? Who knows, maybe one day,
I mean, Vatican City competing in the competition would be pretty lit, but continue.
Surprising. So how did it all begin? Basically, back in the 1950s, Europe had to figure out a way to make everybody cool with each other after World War II. So, no shocker, Europe's little rational psychiatrist Switzerland was like, hey, everyone likes music, so let's do a friendly little singing competition amongst each other to appease the masses. And it worked! Switzerland, the most neutral of all nations, hosted the first competition in Lugano of several countries, and no surprise, Switzerland, the most neutral competitor, won the first competition. Since then, it's been going on literally for over 60 years. Slowly over time, new countries joined in. After the fall of the Soviet Union and Yugoslavia, tons of new countries wanted in, and now over 40 are taking part. Basically, each country submits an original song and a singer or group to perform for the grand prize. On the surface, it seems kind of
okay, this is gonna be very weird, but I've seen the Rick and Morty episode where it's like the aliens come down, so I'm gonna guess it's Eurovision. Eurovision is much like that Rick and Morty episode.
The whole deal, it's like this whole systematically complex formulated competition. It involves a lot of math, politics, and strategy. And by strategy, I mean this.
What is going on?
The rules are always changing because they always find new problems, but for one, you get 3 minutes to sing and you can choose whatever language you want. However, recently a lot of people have just chosen to sing in English. Belgium once trolled everybody by singing in a fake language twice. And for some reason, Norway once sang in Swahili.
What? Norway?
Now, because they are the biggest financial contributors, there are 5 countries that automatically qualify for the final every year. They are France, Germany, Spain, the UK, and Italy. Now, you might think because these countries automatically qualify, that might be unfair. So to make up for it, these countries usually send in singers that like deliberately suck so they can kind of make up for the advantage.
Oh my goodness. This is insane.
Now, how do you win? Well, in order to win, you have to get the points, which happens through voting. The voting system has changed.
Is it just like people voting by like phone or whatever?
Jury that voted. Then there was a jury in every competing nation that gave a point system between 1 to 8, 10, and 12 points to their favorite performers. Then in 1997, they experimented with the first call-in televoting system. Then that got messy because politics. So in 2016, they brought back the juries and fused the two together, so each got a 50-50 same point system. Basically, the rule is you can't vote for your own country, but you can give points to other countries. This is where politics usually comes in and why the televoting system
I can understand that.
You really get a sense of who the real friends are. Like the Nordic countries always support each other, the Slavic countries, Greece and Cyprus always give each other like the highest points, and so on. So that's why they had to bring the jury system back to balance things out. To this day, Ireland has the most wins at 7, Sweden comes
Ireland has the most... Because Ireland are just, like, it's just jokes. Ireland is honestly so much fun. Irish people are great.
6, France and Luxembourg and the UK each have 5.
But I thought the UK sent joke people.
Denmark, Israel, and Norway have 3. And Austria, Germany, Italy, Spain, Switzerland, and the Ukraine each have 2. Otherwise, when it comes to performances, pretty much anything goes. You can wear wacky costumes, use silly props, you can incorporate elements that illustrate your nation's culture or heritage, you can run around in a hamster wheel.
What the heck?
You don't even have to use performers that are from your country. I mean, Celine Dion won in the 80s. She competed for Switzerland and she's from Canada. You can take the competition seriously or you can make a complete fool of yourself. And that's kind of the other thing that needs to be addressed. Apparently, from what I've been told, many of the countries that compete in Eurovision don't even want to win Eurovision. As in, they deliberately suck so that they can lose. Now, why would you want to lose Eurovision? Because according to the rules, the winning country of Eurovision has to host the next Eurovision. Hosting a Eurovision is like hosting a little mini Olympics. It costs a lot of money and taxes to accommodate such a huge event that gets bigger and bigger every year. And this is where the infamous troll contestants come in. Every year there are so many with like over-the-top, campy, horribly constructed performances. And it's one of the biggest appeals to watching Eurovision. Everybody wants to see the trolls. And it's almost like there's an
So literally countries will just send in the worst things possible just to troll people, just to get a few laughs and then bounce. I like it. I like Eurovision already. I'm in. You know I'm in.
Typically, you can tell if it's a troll if the song is either about partying, dancing, or having fun. Usually played to a very poppy techno EDM track, usually accompanied by over-the-top flashy costumes and props or bad dancing. From what I've seen, Latvia and Lithuania seem to be really good at this. Like Latvia once dressed up as pirates. Lithuania literally submitted this.
What the heck?
Surprisingly, they came in 6th place.
Oh my god.
Usually there's going to be a bunch of slip-ups and mistakes.
Oh, his jacket is stuck. And now he's spinning.
Ireland once sent in a screaming puppet. The singing can get pretty intense.
She's wrecking my eardrums. That is not coming from him.
And the lyrics sometimes.
Okay, this competition is killing my brain.
Genius. One time Finland won with this group.
I mean, the costumes are
Oh,
great.
and don't forget, drag queens after winning drag queens. And there was that one time Russia was like, screw it. We're just going to send in a bunch of grandmas baking bread on stage.
This is lit. Go on, grandmas, go on.
And they actually got second.
Yeah, we love the grandmas.
The song contest is like Europe's complete musical battle royale that brings in the entire continent, plus some other countries that are not part of their continent.
That was Australia, wasn't it?
Do I think the USA should take part in Eurovision? No, absolutely not. For one, we're not part of Europe. Second, we'd probably ruin it. Like, seriously. I'm very doubtful any Europeans would be ecstatic to see an American in a European competition. We'd be like that really annoying cousin that your friend brought to your party.
But they make it so fun to make fun of.
Horrible bad jokes just because you don't want to be confrontational. And when he starts talking to you, you're like, oh yeah, hey, I have to go to the bathroom, but hey, here's Estonia. Have you met Estonia? Yeah.
Okay, you know what? This is where we'll end the video. Obviously, Eurovision is lit. I like Eurovision. Now you said so. We got trolls. We got people who actually want to be a part of it. We have terrible performances. We got grandmas on bread breaking. We got grandmas on stage baking bread. That's lit. That's dummy lit. I'm so about it. You guys let me know what Eurovision stuff should we look at. I'm kind of excited to see what we could actually look at and maybe see what is interesting, what is actually good, and what is very, very bad and terrible. Like, I want to see the worst Eurovision performances ever, just to do it. Just to do it at this point. It just unlocks a whole new part of the competition. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Obviously, this is now up to you guys. Do you guys want to see Eurovision on the channel? What performances do you want to see? Let me know down in the comments below. Yeah, this has been fun to sort of dip my toe in to just try out and see what Eurovision is about. But yeah, let's get into it.